Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the Kate's Fight, a 3-person team fundraiser event for Danny and Kate Gombach here at Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We got a great match for you this morning on the winner's side of the bracket. It is Bev's Babes taking on Sticks and Bones Shooting Impaired. And it looks like they've just racked up the first game here. And they're just waiting for an opponent or a teammate. Gonna shake hands, get underway. We are live on Facebook and YouTube all day, so make sure you guys do me a favor, click that share button lots, and click the thumbs up on the YouTube. And shake of the hand, Dennis Porth. Gonna break the first rack here. Good friend of mine, Dennis. Fellow pool room manager. He's the manager at Sticks and Bones in High River. Really nice little pool room. I'm a huge fan of theirs. Really good people doing good things for pool over there in High River, Alberta. And Dennis, super player, but looks like he's going to come up dry here and give up the first shot to Gord Casson, LP regular and a good friend of mine as well. It's been an incredible weekend. We are so super lucky to have an amazing pool family here in Calgary. If you're not aware, it's definitely very special. And yesterday was a very special day. Just reading some comments here. Got some Facebook comments. Gonna pin David Wilson's bracket link there. And my brother with a good question. Is pool school canceled? It is canceled today because we don't have tables for it. So for anybody out there that isn't aware, I run a pool school for kids under 18 on Sundays from 11 to 1. It's only $5 a kid. It's a zero pressure kind of thing. Drop in. But it is canceled for today, unfortunately. I like Gord's shirt here, says fish on. It's a very fitting pool shirt. And so I am following the comments on the Facebook and the YouTube, so I can see Paul Silva's comment there. Good morning, Paul. And yeah, Kelly, I'm going to post on there too. So if everybody could just bear with me for a second, I'm going to post on our Facebook just to make sure that everybody knows there's no junior pool school today. But we do have our weekly 9-ball tournament on the 9-foot tables for anybody who wants to come play. It starts at 2 o'clock. Free practice starts at 1. Oh, this is a really good shot from Gord. How'd he hit it? Landing perfectly short side on this 15. Needs another good shot here. Gets good on this 13 next. I like his chances. Oh, he's punched it a bit. I don't think this goes in the side. Maybe it does. Getting to the, looks like the 11 is the next ball. Is going to be tricky. What a shot. Oh, he got pretty unlucky there. He was going to have another circus shot, followed by another circus shot, I feel, if that one dropped anyway. But good effort from Gord there. Some good shooting to start the day. His teammates got to like that. He's playing with Bev and Vino. But this Sticks and Bones team, super tough. I had a team in this event. Played with my good friend Georgios and my little buddy Dylan Zemp, who played awesome. And we had super amounts of fun, but we lost to these guys. They played great. But we had the most fun. Just gonna post about our tournaments here. For anybody out there wondering, I do post for LP. Most of the time I'm the one you see posting tournaments and stuff. So if you ever have any questions, you want to just direct message me, that's all right too. And I believe there are, well, let me just check instead of guessing how many teams are left. We got 8 left on the A side, and we've got, looks like we got 16 teams left in this event. We played through 16 teams yesterday, but on one table. So this is going to go quite a bit faster. We're on 2 tables today. Dennis going to have to figure out something with the 7-1. He saved it for last. It's not ideal, but he can play a shot here and land on both balls maybe. Get near his chalk there on the side rail. If he's good, he'll shoot the 7 first. If he lands proper. If not, he can shoot the 1 first. Smart shot. He's going to be shooting the 7. That's a good shot. It's just a little off angle on the 1. He could shoot the 1 and come across, but then the 7 to the 8 is too difficult. So he will shoot the 7 here. Needs a good clean stroke. Keep it past that side horn. Sometimes you can miss that one trying to drag it out away from the horn too much, but he did really well. Quality shot from Mr. Porth Jr. there. Another great shot. Went on a super deep run one time with Dennis Porth and Russ Whittle at the ACS 3-man 9-ball. We made it to the final and won the first set of the final. Needing a double dip, we couldn't pull it off, but how much fun was that? Second place in a big field with 2 of your buds. Dennis played awesome. We had so much fun. It was great. Something I'll always remember. Got a little trophy to show for it too, you know. Nice shooting from Dennis to open up the match. But it looks like his teammate on the other table, which we can't see, Steve Cherowick, has missed an out against Mark Vino. And Vino's the kind of player, he cleans up those 99% of the time. When you run most of the balls, get him out of his way. So, let's see. Just have to bear with me here for a minute while I finish entering this Facebook post here. I was going to say, I didn't think he made a ball. So we got Bev Ashton up here. Shoot, after the dry break. And we should, for those who don't know, probably have an appearance from Alex Pagulayan and Francisco Bustamante again today. They're still in town for a couple more days. If you haven't came and got an autograph or something yet, it's not too late. Come get a picture, come get an autograph. Maybe play a challenge game. So it looks like Bev, maybe with some sort of safety. I didn't see what happened, but looked quality to me. I see Vino mumbling to himself, but I'm going to assume he got out on the other table. I think. But I'll do a score check at some point in the middle of the match anyway, just to make sure, because this one will probably go quick. Race to 9 on 2 tables, pretty quick match. Chad, working stripes here. Just bear with me one more second here, guys. Just finishing up this post here on Facebook. Try to multitask, but I'm not always the best at it. Just kidding. I'm pretty good at it. I've been known to take on a lot of jobs all at once and figure it out. Yeah, this was always going to be the problem. You start running them stripes, you better figure them out because you run 4 of them or 5 of them and don't get out, you're going to be in big trouble with a player like Bev. Couple balls over a pocket. She's very experienced. She knows how to keep you from getting a good shot again. Or she can just run out once you move everything out of her way. Yeah, he doesn't have much here. The kick, he's looking to kick by the 8 into the 10, but you maybe come off the 13 and make the 10. It doesn't do you much good. Oh, he's just going to try to bury the 8. That didn't work either. Tried to just take a foul and bury the 8. Can't say I hated that plan because where he was, he didn't have much. If anything. So if you guys are just tuning in, I know it's a bit early, Sunday morning, but do me a favor and click that share button for us. And so I'm gonna share too. Couple of Canucks making a deep run at Turning Stone. How you love to see that. Let's go Big Red and Jesse Piercy. Red knocked off Jason Shaw last night. How fun is that? Might go down as one of the greatest players to ever hold a Q, Jason Shaw. Might go down in the top 5 or top 10 for sure. With that run of 832, that's just something so super spectacular that we might never see again. Yeah, Bev should be able to pick these apart. Not much work to do here, and a couple balls over a pocket always helps. Looks like Steve on the other table, maybe shooting the 8-ball to win that game. For the Sticks and Bones team, who came to play in this tournament, let me tell you, they're going to be real tough to beat. We got a taste of it yesterday, my team. And although we kept it somewhat close, they were just too much to handle. They did indeed win a game on that other table. So if you're just joining, they are playing on 2 tables today. So it's going to go a bit quicker. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a bit of a careless mistake. I only say that because I do that kind of stuff all the time. And that's why I call it careless. I like to play quick like Bevy too. And I do that kind of stuff too much. I just bump a ball and don't realize what I've done until I've done it. Take for granted a little bit. You kind of just think, this will be okay. And then as it turns out, it's not. It's not okay. Pretty straightish on this ball with a long way to go to the next one. And he's powering something up, but that's pretty tough to get there. This is about worst case scenario. About worst case scenario. And to add to his misery, I think, unless he kicks this one in, is that he's going to be up on the other table right away playing Vino. Tough action. 2-table, 3-man team event is tough because you're always playing. He needed to at least get a hit there. Otherwise, he's losing the game for sure. She could shoot this one on the side, or she can just shoot it in the corner, draw it back a little, no problem. I like that cue she's got. I'm going to have to ask her what it is after. Looks fancy. Trickles that one in there and tie up the match at 2 apiece. And Chad's going to be playing Vino over there, and Bev's going to be playing somebody here. It's going to have to be Dennis, I believe. And it's going to go quick, real quick. Big shout out to the host here, Leather Pocket Billiards. Some amazing stuff. We had a really special moment yesterday. I'll tell you from my perspective, because there was a lot going on and everybody had kind of just started playing their first match. We were only like a couple games in, and Jim, my boss and the part owner here, he came up to me and he said, and he told me this the night before, is that he wanted to help Kate and Danny, the couple that we're doing the fundraiser for. He said he wanted to help them, to talk to them, and I knew he wanted to donate a little bit of money, and he's been very generous to a lot of people. He's a great man. He's done a lot of great things with the money that he won. For those who don't know, he won the gold ball jackpot in June for $66 million. And so yesterday, we were all playing our first match, and he came in and he said, "Where's Danny?" And I said, "He's over here. Let me reintroduce you." They'd met before, but it'd been years, and don't know if Jim had remembered the face, and so I just introduced them, walked away. Jim had told me, "Where's Danny? I want to give them 10,000." Introduce him to Danny. He says to Danny, "I want to give you guys 10,000. Help the cause." He says, "Where's your wife? I'd like to meet your wife." Kate goes over. They talk for a minute. Jim starts writing a check, and Danny looks at the check, and it's 100,000. It's not 10. And so they stopped the tournament. They stopped everybody playing. A couple people had a couple things to say, really, really nice things, of course. Danny had a couple of words. Kate had a couple of words. Everybody cried. And it was one of the most special moments to be a part of in the pool scene. It was incredible. So big shout out to Jim Jutsi for having such a big heart. He didn't have to do that. He has the means to do it, but he didn't have to do that. Okay, back to the pool. Sticks and bones. Dennis Porth going to work here. Let's see how this breakout works. He's going to have to move some stuff. Oh, he's shaping the 10 to try to move the 1. Is this going to work? No. Body language tells you everything you need to know there. Could see it. And he's landed on this 14 ball. It sneaks by the 2 and the 12. This is good stuff. He's got to kind of nudge into the one here with a bit of control. Oh, he's done well. He's done well. Dennis shooting good this morning. Not showing the effects of last night's shenanigans. And I am following the chat on the YouTube and the Facebook, so if you guys want to chat along, feel free to ask any questions or just chit chat if you want. This just got a bit tougher, but I think he'll be okay here. Dennis, I've seen him use the rest before. He knows what he's doing with it. But he has to be careful. You don't want to overamp this one, end up behind the 4-1, or come up way short and then be dealing with the 4-1 to get on the 8. And he is going to have to deal with the 4-1 a bit here. There's a fan, Tracy, in the house, cheering on her manager. Sticks and Bones manager Dennis Porth, showing us some skills this morning. Nice. Or is it? That's good. Good shot. Nice stroke there. Smooth cue action. JC Way cheering on Dennis. He's an easy guy to cheer for. Nice guy. And nice out. Good stuff. All right. 3-2. I do believe. But let's say one more game, maybe, unless they're waiting for this other table, in which case I might just go check the score right now. I think I will. Just going to go make sure. Be right back, guys. Well, I am glad I went and checked. Tough to follow two tables sometimes. But we got 4-2. Vino didn't get out over there on that first game of his. A little backdoor when I was talking him up like he runs 99%. I gave him the old commentator's curse, and he wasn't even on the stream table. Oh, Steve did not hit that one clean, but he has really gotten away with it. Look at this layout. Joshua from across the room. Hello. Joshua's team very tough because they found 3 lower ranked players, so they're getting a spot, like a big spot, getting like 3 games in a race to 9. Good control there to not nudge the 13 too far. It's easy to go a bit heavy into that ball and put it right on top of the 4, or have too much angle on it to be able to control this next shot. If he can see the 9 here, he should really contemplate shooting the 9 first. Well, I'm not certain he can, and that's why you see him taking an extra second here. Shooting the 13 is easy, you can pot it, but trying to control shape on the next ball, very difficult. See if he banks this one. I thought he might contemplate the bank. This has not turned out very well for him, I think. 2's covered the 9, and even if it hasn't, it's only half the pocket, and he's got to try to get all the way back there from a pretty straight-in 6-foot shot. You have to elevate the back end of the cue a bit. I don't think he could go forward. Maybe he could. And the bracket is on digital pool, so if you want to follow along like I am, you can see the different teams there. It doesn't show the players on the teams, but looks like Mixed Nuts, which is that team I was just referring to, Joshua Emperado's team. They looks like they already won their match this morning. They're through to the A semifinal. Oh, Steve with a great stroke, but he just didn't get enough siding. Not sure he has a gap here. The look to the heavens will tell you not. Oh, maybe he does have it. Now he's looking to see if it'll go in. Looking at where the cue ball's going. Interesting. Dennis Porth on fire. He's ran out over there again. I was kind of watching out of the corner of my eye. He was breaking out balls. And he's perfect on the 8 to give Sticks and Bones shooting hung over. I'm just kidding. They're going to be up 5-2. Oh, he tried the masse. He did not have all of it. So I think he could see the ball, but that was no good. So he tried to masse a bit to get the correct cut. And he drove right by it. Well, Bev needs to get out here. You'd figure 6-2 going to be real tough to come back from. But 5-3 still anybody's game. Very much so. Especially on 2 tables. Go quick. Joshua loves that move. The look to the heavens. So how about this, Joshua? We should put, like, pictures or paintings or something on the ceiling. Can't remember who had this idea. But it just says, like, You idiot. So every time you look up, you just see this thing that says something like that. Something different all over the ceiling, you know? Different ones. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's got some safety options here. The 8-5 makes a pretty big wall. So I think she can shoot the 4 with a two-way. She's going to draw the cue ball to the end rail and keep it below the 8-5. So she'll be on the 5 if she makes the 4. But the 5-8's going to cover the cue ball if she misses it. Just like this. But she doesn't want the cue ball to kiss the 9 out. I think she still found cover behind the 5. Steve has the wrong side of this ball. He could cut it by the 4. That's pretty tight. That was a good idea, right, Josh? Well, it should be 5-3. One good shot from Bevy here. Oh, a bit heavy into the rail, but it slops in there. Gulp and a breath. She's going to shoot this 8, get to 5-3. A bit scary for a second. Yeah, yeah. 5-3, not 6. 5-3. And a big shout out to Peg Line Brand. They brought a whole bunch of gear, so it was like shirts and hats and toques and gloves and socks and chalk and like 50 items or more. And we spread it all out on the pool table on Friday night before the tournament started and told everybody when you get knocked out, come pick an item off the table. And they loved it. They ate it up. It was great. It was super, super great. We had 53 players on a Friday night. It was insane. They had to split the final. Of course, they just played a one-game final at 3 in the morning. It was worth the stay, though. First place was $700 on a $30 entry. The Vino bot to break here. Oh, we got through that one. Nice second ball, but it's coming up dry. But that's how you want to hit it. That's why you could see him wave his hand because can't hit it better. Got through it. Nice cue ball right back through the middle of the pack. That's what you want to see. And not really the guy you want to break dry against. Steve Cherwick, a super player. I didn't get to see him play before, but they tell me he was an awesome player in his heyday too. He won some big tournaments like Northern Lights Shootout, which had a lot of super players in it. If he won that, he was a real player. But I can see some of it even now. He's still got it. He just took a little time off, and he's back at it now, but what a player. Fun to watch. I've had the pleasure of playing a couple league matches against him and seeing him in a couple of tournaments, and a real nice guy too. Him and his wife came and volunteered for our charity Christmas dinner. And he told me that they volunteered for something like that every year, like a soup kitchen or something like that every year on Christmas. People like that have a good heart. Those are the kind of people we love at Leather Pocket. There's a lot of those people around too. Well, he got a little out of position here, and now he's got to make a tough pot on this 2. Handles it well, and he's landed on the 3 quite well. That's a quality shot all the way down table. The pot was tough enough, but to get good position down there is even better. He could shoot the 3, then the 5, and that'll open the 6, and then the 1-7's there. Yeah, he's out. I wouldn't often say that, but I've seen this guy shoot. Let's see if he finds it. If he finds the pattern. I think he's straight enough on the 3 to hold it. Just want to hold the cue ball pretty much right where the 3 is. Then you can shoot the 5 next with kind of a stun follow or a drag shot to land straight on the 6. And if you stop there on the 6, the 1 in the side, stop. It's almost a stop, 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 stop. And that's why a lot of people call 8-ball stop shot. If you pattern good, if the pattern is available, like it is here, but I might be missing something. He might be a little more off angle than our crooked camera view shows. And our camera view is only a little crooked. Hopefully this will be the last tournament with a crooked camera view. We have some awesome camera gear coming from the Predator Arena lights. Okay. It looks like he is maybe more off angle on this 3 than what the camera shows. Yeah, that's why he's sliding over here and doing something else. And he overran that. He wanted to be on the 1. He can shoot the 7 first, which works fine as well. He can shoot the 7 and come across and shoot the 5 in the same pocket as the 7. Then he has the 1-6 as an option. Steve, he's not the kind of player to rush around, especially in a team event like this. You want to make sure. But he also doesn't play slow. I've seen him, just fire in the balls like when the pattern is there and it's easy. He just goes about it quick. This one was a little tougher because that angle on the 3 was more than the camera showed. Speaking of more angle than it shows, he got a little much out of that 7. Now he's got more angle on the 5 than he wants. So I think he needs to shoot the 5 and maybe draw the cue ball to get shape on the 1 next. If he doesn't like that, he can kind of stun into the 6 a bit. It might punch off the 12 and go towards the top right a bit. Chad in jail over there on the other table. I think Steve would most likely recognize that. Being an experienced player, you could see he's willing a bigger bounce on that 6. I think if he was going to do that, he maybe should have, and I say maybe because I don't see the angles as well from here, but maybe he should have kind of drawn that one to miss the 6 with the cue ball. Draw to the side rail and just shape the 1 and then shape the 6, but maybe the 12 was in the way more than it showed. Tough to tell, just an idea. Just what I see from way back here. I'm in a little stream booth, aka our storage room that we turned into a stream booth. So it has a little glass, a little plexiglass so I can look out into the pool room, but they can't hear me too much. It's blocking like 99.9% of the sound, which is great. And also, you can't hear them as much, which could be even more important. Because sometimes those stories get a little out of hand. Good morning, Daryl Johnson in the Facebook chat. My team not still in, but we definitely had the most fun. I mean, our team name was Cue the Fun. We were obviously going to queue up some fun. I told Dylan, we played with Grant and Steph's young boy, I said I didn't realize how cheesy this team name was till I said it to a kid out loud. Perfect for a fundraiser. Perfect team name. But I kind of like what Dennis has done with his team here. Called it, it's called shooting impaired, but it's sticks and bones shooting impaired. I like that. Might have to do that more often. I did have a team called it the LP3. I just couldn't think of a team name. Well, I had some bad team names, but, yeah, I called it the LP3. Oh, look at that. I just got score confirmation. Gord gave Vino the 5-4 and pointed at them. Yeah, and it is. Okay, getting down to the back half of this match. Make sure you guys do me a big favor. Click the share button. We got some awesome pool going to be played today. These team events are the most fun to watch. And it's going to get exciting as it gets further into the tournament. We're going to have, I think, probably a B-side match after this. If I was to guess, it would be a B-side match after this, followed by an A-side semifinal. And they scheduled this beautifully, too. The teams that played real late last night, there was a team played till, looks like looks like about 10 to 2 a.m. They don't come back till noon today. So you love when the schedule works out beautifully like that. And they only had to play through half of the teams yesterday because today we can play on 2 tables. And it's going to go super smooth. What a note from Steve there. Just good stuff. Just worked it. Gave it the be sure every shot. I love that. Showed his experience there. Dave wants to know who are the players on Sticks and Bones. We got Dennis Porth Jr. We got Steve Cherwick. Hopefully I pronounced that properly. And we got Chad Clary. We had 32 teams begin the event yesterday morning. 32 3-player teams. How incredible is that? All showed up as one big giant family in support of their good friend, Mr. Danny Gombach, who we've all known for many, many years. Such a great guy. And it was nice that everybody could come together. And this is how it's always been. We're always here for each other. One big family. And I want to give a shout out to the staff. The staff at LP has been out of this world good. Definitely the busiest weekend we've had by a long shot. And they've handled it with precision and pride in their job. We're very lucky to have some amazing staff here at LP. Very, very lucky. Six, four. They're inching ever closer to that magical number 9. Dennis Porth at the other table. It's looking a little worrying if you're Bev's babes, both sticks and bones shooters up here right now, and they ain't so impaired when they're up 6-4. Tim Nelson wants to know on the Facebook, how long is this stream going? It's going to go all day. We will shut it down and restart it between matches, usually. Unless they just fire another team at us right away kind of thing, but I don't see that happening. I see there being 15-minute breaks between matches while they fill out score sheets and teams move over with their cues and whatnot. Each match I'm going to predict is an hour long on 2 tables. And this match is showing pretty true to that. We're 53 minutes in. So make sure you guys are sharing that stream for me all day. We got so much great pool, so many great players in the room. These teams are handicapped a bit, but we've got like a lot of superstars. I'm looking at Dennis Porth over there. We just saw Steve Cherowick. I got Benny Lou over there in sight. We got Derek Moore in the room, Ray Barry. Some superstars in here. We got Miss Bev Ashton, Joanne Ashton in the room. So much potential, so much talent. Bound to be a lot of great runouts, great matches, real close. This race to 9 is short. Kind of alternate break format. Speaking of great pool, what a super shot from Bev. Plays that in off beautifully. And not only has she made that ball, but she's opened the pocket for the 15 and the 11. And she might need to be shooting this 15 right now. Once the 12 passes, she can play the combo. I don't hate it because she needs something down there to break the 9 later. What a shot. You can see players like Bev, good players, experienced players, they know when to turn it up a gear. They're like, hey, we've been playing a bit slow here. There's like not been any rhythm. We're just losing. Let's fire it up a bit. Let's play a bit quicker. Let's start breaking out some balls. Let's go for it a bit, you know? Try to change the pace a bit, you know? Oh, she would have loved for that 5 to go in. It's a bit unlucky. She can put it on Chad. Bit of strategy here, knowing she's not playing Steve Cherowick. Oh, Dennis. On fire, man. Dennis Porth, a junior. Sticks and bones representing. Tim Nelson. My friend said that yesterday. My friend Mike Lapointe, who's here as well today. And playing awesome. Playing with George and Joshua. They're in the A semifinal. And there'd be nobody happier than me to see them win. 3 really, really great guys. And he said that yesterday. He posted that on his Facebook. Yesterday was a really special day. And that's what he said in the great words of Ice Cube. And not only special because of what Jim did with the large amount donated, but because We had 96 players show up to support the event, and that's the most incredible thing. And everybody just smiling. I've never seen so many happy people. Okay, might have been the best thing Chad could do there. He thought about trying to get frisky and pot that ball in off, but I think it was a too low percentage. Maybe a bit too risky. I think he did the right thing to maybe put it on Bev to figure it out. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Bev, I might consider trying to get the cue ball under the 8 here. Don't make the ball and get the cue ball under the 8, because getting that 9 out is just too tough. Well, she got a plan. She's going to try to draw into it off the 12. So here's what I wouldn't hate about this is the fact that they're trailing. You got to make something happen, right? Yeah, she went for it. Definitely doesn't go from there. But the 8 ball again, as I mentioned before. I think you try to spin lots off this 9. Lots of right spin. Half ball hit. Ton of right spin. Maybe even some bottom to accelerate the right spin. And 2 rails underneath the 8. She'll see it. She sees something more touchy. She's going to try to leave it tied up a bit and leave a thin angle on the 4. Oh, now she's looking at kicking the 10. Well, yeah, kicking the 10 and leaving the 2 tied up. This is probably the smartest play because, yeah, she had to hit the 10 first. She didn't. But what I love there more than anything was that without hesitation, she said foul. Dave wants to know, anyone know what team Dennis is playing on? He's playing on Sticks and Bones. We're watching them, Dave. And yeah, Martin, Sandbaggers. They should have named their team Sandbaggers. I'm just kidding. They're all good guys. They're coming up through the ranks, you know, putting in the work. They all play a lot. I love that. They all love the game a ton. And they're all very good guys. They're always all super helpful around the pool hall here. Great guys. Okay. Sticks and Bones on the hill. 8-4. I don't know if I would have predicted this score line. But I will say after they whooped my team yesterday, I knew they were going to be tough to beat. And it looks like Steve Cherowick is shooting on the other table over there. Not sure we could get a view of it. From our vantage point. Well, would you look at that? Technology's great, isn't it? Let's see what we can do here for you guys. Shuffle this over a little bit. Stretch this out a touch. And 1 second. It's developing. Here we go. Bingo. Problem solved. Not sure why I didn't think of that earlier. Now we can watch both games. So this table kind of behind and to the left. That's the other game in this match that we want to be watching here. I'm going to try to even just tighten this up a little bit. Maybe get this a little cleaner if we can. Maybe like that. Again, let me know what you guys think. Not the cleanest Q Sports Live view in the world, but but we get to see what's happening. That's all that matters to me today. And I should be able to sit in with you guys for a couple of matches. I'm going to be busy around 1 o'clock-ish. So I might be able to sit in for some of the next match. I'll be a bit busy from about 1 to 2:30. Ooh. Haven't seen too many mistakes from Dennis like that in this match. But Gord on that other table there, he's banking this 3, and if he doesn't make it, they're in big trouble. Oh, but he drains it. Oh, it looked like it was in the whole way. He hit it good, too. He hit it good. He was nice on the 8. A bit unlucky because it looked like it was in. He just caught a bit of a roll there, too. Doesn't take much at that speed. Trickle out just a little. Yeah, not good looking moments for Bev's babes. Chance on both tables for Sticks and Bones. Shooting impaired to take it home. Let's see if we got some times for the next match yet, which we don't. But we do have some payouts in there. First place taking home $1,300. And every once in a while, they should just ask me what I think about the payouts. Because these are not gonna work. Something happened. I guess they're not that bad. Yeah, they're a bit funky. But first place, $1,300. How sweet is that? In a charity tournament. 1,300 in a charity tournament. Oh, nice shot from Steve over there. He's got a ball over a hole to finish this one off. One more shape shot required. That's why you see Dennis is not rushing through this one. You'll notice it's over. On the other table, he doesn't need to win his game. I like to race my teammates for these ones. Johnny Pay Pompey and I would be racing for this one. Who's going to finish first? I'm going to finish first. I'd be running. Try to find something to do with that 12. I'd probably make a mistake, but we're up 8-4, you know. That's probably when you lose, but it hasn't happened to us yet because we have the most fun. So you can't lose. Yeah, Steve's got it. This 8-ball on the second table to win the match. Sticks and Bones shooting impaired. Looking not so impaired today. Oh, gives it the wipe down. That's a new school move, Steve. Dennis gonna just wait for him to shoot, finish it off. You don't need to finish this game. They'll shake hands and call it a match. Great shooting from Sticks and Bones. Shooting impaired coming to play this morning. And they move on to the final four of the A side, the A semifinal. And coming up next, it looks like we're going to have just a small break, maybe 15 minutes to a half an hour. And then we'll have the next match coming right up. Don't go far, everybody. If you haven't already, make sure you like and follow our Facebook. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. I'll answer this one question here from Tim. With all the skills you have to learn when shooting pool, do you agree that there isn't enough emphasis on switch-handed shooting? I think it would be a relevant skill. I taught myself to shoot lefty, and it's helped me in a lot of games, says Tim. I agree. I wish I learned it at a younger age, but I learned it maybe 8-ish to 10 years ago, and I shoot a couple shots every day left-handed now. Getting better every day. I think you just put in a little work with anything every day and you're going to get better at it. And it's going to be helpful for sure. There's some shots you just can't get the rest out of the way in time. And trying to hold on to the bridge or the rest and juggle everything, it's just not even possible. So it takes away some shots. If you could switch hands effectively like Ronnie O'Sullivan, problem solved. Hope that answers your question, Tim. For everybody else out there, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly. Don't go far. See you all soon.